Good morning, and we are live here now. Today is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, and my name is Ike Chukwukwede. Today we have a guest here today, a guest by the name of Stephen. Stephen Alive, right? Stephen, is it? Okay. So Stephen is a new trader. He mentioned that he has experience trading before. So Stephen wants to get into trading, and we'll be looking at trading with him now in a second. Well, let's take a look at what's going on the market. So I haven't yet gotten into any trade today. Honestly, I'm not quite sure because look at what the market is doing. This is the daily chart. And you can see on the daily, it does look bearish a little bit. If you ask me, look at the overnight price activity. Market went down there, and you know some of those sell-off has been kind of given back. Yeah, it does look bearish on the daily, but I wonder what uh, the 50-minute chart says, right? So on the 50-minute chart, you can see this is pure strength, right? This is pure. At least this is showing a change of trend. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me, right? So that's what it looks like to me. Well, I was gonna get in on this candle here, but uh, uh, I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't liking the setup there. The setup wasn't worth it for me, right? So, but this is very much looking like it's gonna be a bullish day. But I have to be very cautious though, because if you look at the daily chart, you can see it's pretty weak, right? It's pretty weak. I gotta say that. So it's pretty weak. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Last week has been very nice. Last week was probably a positive week for me. Had about $100 in gain, almost about $100 or so in gain, so in profit. So that's good. This week I'm hoping for the same too, right? So hoping for the same. Well, you can see this thing is on the 50 minutes chart. You can see it's kind of giving back all that gain. I'm not. That's the reason why I didn't want to go in earlier, because I don't really trust it, right? So I don't trust it. But I think it still would be a green day. That's what I think. It still would be a green day. So what am I waiting for? Before I can go into a trade, um, before I can go into a trade, I want to see this candle close. If the candle closes, green, then if it closes green, then yeah, I'm bullish. Actually, I'm bullish, but I'll still be cautious though. If it closes green, I'm gonna enter, and then my stop loss will be right over there. But if it does close red, then I may be bearish. Then I'm bearish, and I'm gonna go short with my stop loss being on this. But then again, the stop is quite high. I mean, if you think about it, so depending on the entry, if it's a red price action, if this candle closes red, then the stop being here would probably be around 30 points, which is honestly speaking, which is pretty high. But I wouldn't mind going in there. But let's see. I'm thinking it should be on the upside, more to the upside. That is what I am hoping to see. All right, so it's pushing up that's good. But let's wait for this candle to close. Today is the first day of the week, so there's no need to rush into a trade. I'm not gonna be rushing into a trade. There's no need for that. You know, I can completely wait. I can wait. Interesting price action on the 15 minutes. You can see that. So that closed green, but this candle came down there, and now it's pushing up. But let's see. Let's see. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. That's what I'm looking at. All right. I wonder, is there any news on the? Is there any economic news this week? What is it looking like? Well, today there's none. There's nothing. There's no economic news today. Tomorrow the same. Tomorrow and on Wednesday, 2 p.m. there is FOMC meeting minutes. On Thursday at 8:30 a.m. there is unemployment claims, and on Friday there is advanced GDP Q over Q. There is core PCE price index M over M. At 8:30 a.m. and at 9:45 a.m. there is a flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI. So it's not a whole lot of economic news, but it is something to kind of keep an eye on. All right, so you can see that weakness there. There's a little bit of weakness, but again, let's wait for this candle to close. You can the weakness is pretty clear on the 15 minutes, right? So. But then again, you know, let's see what happens, right? So I think today being the first day of the week, I'm gonna be pretty light on the contracts, so I'm gonna be very cautious. Maybe 1 or 2 contracts, even if one contract, that's totally fine. So I'm gonna have to size down on the contracts just because you know it's not very clear to me yet. All right, like we mentioned, we have a guest here, Stephen Elive. Stephen is an aspiring trader. Stephen, how are you doing today?
Good, are you?
I'm doing good, Stephen. Stephen, do you mind telling the audience who you are? You know, tell us who you are so we can know who you are. You know, go ahead, Stephen.
So I'm Stephen Elive. I don't really have that much knowledge when it comes to trading, even though I tried doing it once, but it was for a short term.
Okay, Stephen said he doesn't have much knowledge in trading, but he tried doing it once, but it was for a short term, right? So I know from my own experience when I started doing day trading, I had no idea what I was doing, and I lost quite a lot of money because of that, right? So when it comes to day trading, the first thing is first. The first thing is you gotta have the knowledge, right? So you gotta have the right knowledge. You know, like I say, I mean, if you take a look at the doctor, right? It's not everyone, and not everyone can be a doctor, right? So everyone cannot be a doctor, but anybody can be a doctor with the right training, right?
Yeah.
So the same is, you know, with trading. You know, not everyone can be a day trader. Like not everyone will be a day trader, right? But anyone can be a day trader with the right knowledge, right? So it comes down to knowledge, but you know, not just knowledge too. Not just knowledge. You know, there's some other aspects to it, but you know, but if you don't have knowledge, it's pretty difficult, right? So the first starting point is knowledge, right? So that's where you want to start from, right? So it's knowledge. All right. So all right, look at this stuff. This is now bearish, right?
Yeah.
So this is down bearish. So again, we'll still wait for this candle to close. Still wait for this candle to close. I'm really waiting for this candle to close. I'm not really liking this, honestly. I'm not liking the setup. Yeah, I'm not liking the setup. But I mean, we'll wait for the candle to close. Oh, look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at the 15 minutes. Look at this. This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, we'll still wait for the market to decide there. Wait for the 1 hour candle to close, and we'll start thinking about what we have to do. If we're gonna go short on this trade, then the stop would be here, so we'll be at this top of this place. So that's quite a lot of stop, right? So yeah, that's quite a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Is this trade even worth it today? I'm just beginning to think that. Is it worth it? Because this setup is not good. Like it's not the best setup, right? All right, we'll wait for the candle to close first of all. Let's see what happens there. If we have to wait more, we'll wait more. If it means we miss the setup, that's totally fine. If we miss the trade today, that's totally fine. There's no rush. There's no rush for sure. Um, but our loss would be somewhere here, which is almost 45 points. That's a lot. All right. Okay, so we're kind of going back to what we were saying before there. So, Stephen, did you so like what was the first thing you started? So when you started trading, what did you trade? Like how did or I guess maybe we can say this. How did you get into trading?
Um, like how?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, basically, I've been into basically Bitcoin.
Okay. Crypto.
Yeah, cryptocurrency, but most often I usually just buy and resell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when I had about Forex, I just wanted to know more.
Yeah.
That was around 2022,
2022. Okay.
2022, 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was trying to know more about Forex by then. So I had to go through some online classes for a short term.
Yep.
Then I started trading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was for a short while. Then I went into something else, and since then I've not
Going back to okay.
gone back to it.
All right. So Stephen is saying that I'm just going to repeat that because Stephen is far from the microphone, and it may not be very loud. So Stephen is saying that he started from crypto, Bitcoin, and then he traded a few crypto here and there, but then he had about Forex, and he went into some Forex classes. He went into a class, and then I had one or two classes, but that was back in 2022, right, Stephen?
Okay.
So since then he hasn't, he hasn't been back to it, but he's coming back to it now. So that's good. So when you started trading forex, Stephen, did you? So I'm because this is just for me to understand, what your level of knowledge is. So did you trade? So what currencies, what pair did you trade with? Did you normally trade?
So when it comes to the pair, I've actually forgotten a lot when it comes to the pair.
Yeah.
Basically, then they usually just give us signals.
Oh, okay. So the signal service. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and tell us what to do, like the stop loss and everything.
Okay.
So just go into the market and we do that.
No, okay, okay. So basically, see a signal service. They tell them what to trade. Stop loss and so on and so forth, right? So what I'm actually trading with now, you can see this platform, Stephen, is MT5, right? Do you know about MT5?
No.
No? Oh, okay. So MT5 is popular with forex traders, right? So forex traders use MT5. There are other platforms too, right? There are other platforms too, right? So there's the MT5 is popular with forex traders, right? And you can see on my left hand side there, this right here, you can see this. So you have pretty much currency pairs. So you have the USD, the franc, the Swiss franc. You can see the euro dollar, the British pound, and the US dollar. This and that, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, but the instrument that I'm trading, or what people would normally call pair, the instrument that I'm trading something called the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 is not a currency, right? What it is actually is like is an index. And what is an index? An index is like a basket of the S&P 500 is a basket of the 500 biggest companies in the US, right? So I don't know if this makes sense to you. So you have big companies in the US. Take for example Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. So all these companies, they have stocks, right? So what the S&P index does is it brings all these companies together, right? Into one basket, for example, and that is what this index tracks. It tracks the stocks of the 500 biggest companies, U.S. companies.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what this S&P 500 does. There's also another index called the NASDAQ 100. This NASDAQ 100 also, U.S. index. It tracks the 100 companies, tech companies. I think mostly tech companies in the U.S. Right. So a lot of people trade these two instruments. So a lot of people trade S&P 500 and NASDAQ. So what I mostly trade myself is this, the S&P 500. Sometimes I may trade NASDAQ, right? But this is what I mostly trade for now. But I noticed that when it comes to the trading industries, especially the Nigerian trading scene, like the African trading scene, because I follow a couple of what they do there. So I follow a couple of traders there. So I've noticed that a lot of them, both Nigerians and some other Africans too, they trade an instrument called gold, right?
Yeah.
So they trade gold. They trade gold USD. So gold SAU and USD, right? So as you can see, it says SP 500. Yeah. The SP 500. That's the ticker, right? So that's called the ticker. The ticker is like 3 or 4 letters that is used to know what the instrument you're trading is. Mm-hmm. So that's the ticker, right? So all these things. What I'm saying, all these things are things you need to to know, right? Those things are the foundations, stuff you need to know, right? Because before you can count 5, you have to count 1, you have to count 2, you have to count 3, right? So you have to have that foundation, right? You have to have that foundation. Is very, very important, right? It's very important. So you can see what I'm doing now, but some of it may not make sense to you, right? It may not make sense to you because it's just because you're not used to it yet, right? So, but even when you begin to read about some of these things, it still may not make sense to you, right? But when you keep on, because trading, you do trading all the time, right? So the more often you do it all the time, the more they become normal to you, right? So that's just what it is, right? So I'm trading. I'm using this platform called MT5, right? So an MT5, that's a platform that I'm using, right? But I'm buying or selling with a broker, right? So the broker that I'm using is this broker, PU Prime, right? That's the broker that I am using, right? So there are many brokers, like this broker now, I believe is, there are many brokers you can use, like there are so many out there, there are offshore brokers and whatnot. There are so many brokers out there that you can use. I found these guys to be good. I have no complaints so far with them. I have had withdrawals, right? Yeah. With them. So as you can see, just one sec. I think this market is just what is going on here today? This is crazy. Just look at the 15 minutes. This is crazy. What is going on here today? Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what is going on here today. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, this is not normal. Yeah, this is not normal. Yeah, this is not normal. No, it's not. Yeah, I kind of want to go short here, but man, my risk is gonna be all the way up here, and I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, if I go short there, my risk is gonna be all the way up here, and I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Nope, I don't like it. Yeah, so there's no setup here, so that's just that. Anyways, there's no setup. So again, Stephen, just like going back to what we were saying. So you can see, I'm trading with this broker. This broker lets me buy and sell in this platform, right? So you can see here, what you see now is you see a balance, you see equity, you see credit, you see free margin. Do you know what any of these mean?
For the balance, I know probably what the money you have to use as like to trade with.
That's correct. Yeah. So I have, for the balance, I have $339, right? For my equity, normally equity will be the same as the balance, right? But why it's different here is because the credit. So when I opened this account with this broker, they had a bonus they were doing. So if you put in money, they'll match the bonus. So they'll give you credit right? So when I put in this account, I put in $350 and 350 US dollars, right? And they gave me 350 credit.
Okay.
So that 350 credit, you know, you can see that. So right now it's no longer 350, right? It's now 339, right? But that was because I made a withdrawal from this account, right? So I had a profit from this account and I made a withdrawal. So that brought down the credit, right? So, but you can see if you add the credit and plus my balance, that will give you the equity, right?
Yeah.
Also, equity may also mean, so assuming that I'm on a trade now, if the trade is in profit, that will also count as the unrealized profit will also count as part of the equity too, right?
Okay.
So, and if it's in a loss, it will take you minus the loss from that. So you see how it works. So right, so yeah, and the free margin. So margin is, I don't know. This one is kind of difficult to explain this one, but let me see how I can do that. So margin, if I buy in one contract now on this account, so margin is how much I need to keep down for that, right? So if I'm going to buy one contract, margin tells me, okay, this is how much you need to keep down, how much I need to have in the account,
like a
deposit. So something like that, right? So so that's roughly something like that, right? So it tells me my free margin. Right now, you can see my free margin is just, you know, I don't have a trade yet. So, but when I put a trade, you see how the free margin changes, right? So you see how those things work, right? So that's just that. That's one of those things there. So I mean, with this broker, I've really had. I really had so far so good. Like I've had my withdrawals. So you can see I made a withdrawal here, right? So you can see the profits, right? There are also losses too, right? You can see the losses too, right? So, but you can see profits and losses too, right? So, but so far in this account, I'm net positive on profit. So I'm up about $37, right? So, and that amount I had to withdraw for $40 from that. So just because I just wanted to touch that profit, right? So that's just what it is. This is like what we're looking at. We're looking at the chart, right? So we're looking at a chart, and this is what a chart looks like. So right now we're looking at the MT5, right? So MT5 is just a platform, right? So there are other platforms that you can use to look at chart. So like TradingView, you can see I'm also using TradingView too, right? So TradingView, I like to use TradingView chart because you can. I mean, I don't know for you, if you compare TradingView with this, which one would you prefer?
I know you can actually change the hourly trend or minute trend to know to see the candlesticks. So based on me, once the candlesticks are more clear, I don't really mind.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah. No. Like when you start trading, you have preference, right? So for me, I never liked this. Actually, it wasn't like this. I had to set it up. So if I show you what it looks like, I had a different setup. I had to set this up different. So when you download this platform, it's gonna look very different. It's gonna look very like when I had this platform, it looked totally different. I did not like that, so I had to change. It was after I seen other people the way I've seen other people the way they change their platform, their head. Then I had to change mine because I did not like this system. And even with this too, it's not even as clean as TradingView, right? So, I mean, there are so many things, but it's just what it is, right? So you can see TradingView is clean, is neat, and so on and so forth, right? So what I'm looking at is on TradingView. What I'm looking at is a chart, right? This is what the chart looks like.
Yeah.
So if you think about any company that you can think about, for example, Apple, right? You can buy stocks of Apple. Do you know that? Yeah. So you can see this is what the chart of Apple looks like, right? So this is what the chart of Apple looks like. How about Walmart? Well, we take a look, we see, right? So all these companies that you can buy and sell their shares, they are called public companies because you can buy and sell their shares in an exchange. Exchange is where you can buy and sell those shares. So where those stocks trade. So right now the exchange here is NASDAQ, right? So, but this is different from Forex. Most Forex doesn't. Forex is just like an open market. There's no, it's like an open market. There's no exchange like you have in stocks, right? Well, that's a different story, anyways. So one thing about day trading, right? So like I've mentioned is that, again, I'll just say this again: trading is not easy, right? So it's not easy, but just like the same way that not everybody can be a doctor, right? same way, not everybody can be a trader, right? So, but if you put in the work and if you have the right training, anybody can be a doctor. Same thing with the trader. If you have the right training, the right guidance, anybody can be a trader, right? That's just as that, that's just what it is, right? So, one thing that is very crucial to day trading, like as you can see, is the chart. You're looking at the chart. That's where you make your decision, right? So, like right now, I'm looking at raw price action. You can see on my MT5, I'm looking at the raw price action. So I'm looking at, I'm looking at the candlesticks, right? So, and this is just raw price actions. So some of the people they look at raw price action, right? Some of them also look at something called indicators. Have you heard about indicators before? Right. So indicators, if you come to TradingView, search indicators. A common indicator is, I believe, moving averages or EMA. Moving averages, exponential moving averages. So that's one thing that is common, right? So if you look at on the TradingView app, you see, this is an indicator, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I don't like looking at. I don't use it, right? So for example, a trader would, a trader would, so right now it's on EMA 9 EMA. So, and this 9 means the previous 9 candles. That's what it does. So a trader who uses this indicator might say,
so how do you know if it's on 9 PM?
So right, you can see when I click on EMA, it says EMA 9,
EMA,
right? So you can change it if you want. You can go to settings and change it if you want it to be 14, right? So.
But what is the best setting? Is there like a best setting?
It doesn't, honestly. It does. I don't even know. It doesn't really matter, right? So because I don't use this a lot. I don't. You can 14. The 14 is what is normally set into, right? So.
I know the indicators help you to know like the trend of the.
Yeah. Well, like
the
direction of the. Yeah. Well, for a trader that uses this indicator right now, so they will see that the price that this that price now is now below the indicator.
Yeah.
They will sell. Right, but I don't know if you want to sell this. It could be right, but it also could be wrong because you can see this candle is now a green candle, right? So it could still turn to red, but that's what a trader who trades with indicator would do. But I don't use this indicator. I don't use indicator. The only thing I look at is just raw price action. That's how I look at.
Okay.
So that's just that. I look at raw price action. I make my decision based on that. As a trader, what you'll be looking at mostly is price action. Like you'll be looking at chart. That's mostly chart. If you're using indicator, fine. If you don't use indicator, fine. But you're looking at chart. You're always looking at chart, right? So okay, you look at chart. For example, now I look at chart and you say, okay, I've seen, like right now looking at this candle, right? Looking at this trade now. So do you think this would be a buy or do you think it would be a sell, right? So do you know what going long and going short means?
Going long and going short.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to
trading,
holding a position for a long time or a short time.
Yeah. Okay. So what going longs mean? So you see this candle now. So going longs means to buy.
Yeah.
Going short means to sell.
Okay.
That's just what it means, right? Yeah. So it's just a term, term that people use. It just like what I'm saying. You still have to learn the basic stuff, right? Yeah. So if I say I want to go long, it means I want to buy this, right? If I say I want to go short, it means I want to sell this. So how does it work? So right now let's go back to TradingView chart. If you go back to TradingView chart, so you see, so assuming that I wanted to go long, so to go long means buy. Okay, so I will buy. Assuming I buy here. If I buy here, so when I buy, I want it to rise so that I can sell.
Yeah.
I make profit. That's how I make profit.
Yeah.
If I buy, right? So if I buy here and it goes up here, that means I've made that something $31. For example, let's go up to $20, right? So that's going long, right? Well, if I go short, if I sell here at this point here and it goes down to here, I sell here, so I've made how much? $43. So that's going long and going short, right? So another thing that you see is maybe okay. So I think I'm liking this. I may go short here, but I think I'm liking this. Stop loss will now be here, but man, this trade today is not honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not confident with the trade, right? So I'm not really confident. It's not a good setup. No, it's not. So all right, still just quickly kind of go back again. I'm just still analyzing the trade. So that's just what it is, right? So you see me mention that if I go long or go short, for example, if I go short, right?
Yeah.
So you want, because with trading is, if you want to be successful in trading, you have to look at risk management. So risk management is something that is very, very important, because if you go, assuming you go long, let's say assuming you go long, right?
Yeah.
If you go long, well, if it goes up, you're gonna make money, right?
Yeah.
But if you go long,
It goes down.
if you go long and it doesn't go, if you go long, but it goes down, so you went long here, right? But it start going down.
Yeah.
So you see, and it starts going down. So you see, you could lose a lot of money,
Yeah. Obviously.
right? So how do you minimize the loss? Is by using stop loss, right? So you've heard about stop loss.
Yeah.
So you're using stop loss. So if assuming I went long, if I went long here, then I would say, okay, my stop loss has to be here, because if I'm wrong, then I want the stop loss to take me out here.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But if I'm right, then the market goes up, then I'm good,
Yeah.
right? I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm good, right? So I'm good, but I still have my stop.
Yeah.
So stop loss, risk management is something that is very crucial. So that's when you see me saying, oh, I'm not sure. So you have to be trading. You have to be very, very cautious. You have to weigh and see, okay, is it worth it for me? Because you're putting real money in it.
That's true.
Right? You're putting real money in it, right? So that's what it is. You're putting real money in the whole process. So you have to be very careful, right? So and you don't have to force a trade. There's something called setup. So you have to check if the setup is is right for you. If the setup is okay. Is this what I want to see? Is this the way that my trade is? Is this the way I trade? Right? If it's not the way you trade, okay, that's not my setup, right?
Yeah.
And then you know that, okay, I don't have to worry about this trade, right? So does that make any sense to you, Stephen?
Yeah, it's cool.
So what I was intended to do was just for me to go in on a trade and for you to see, just to see what's going on, right? To watch what, if it's a profit, if it's a loss, you see, watch it and see, right?
Yeah.
But looking at this,
The market trend.
yeah, my setup is not there. No, it's not. The risk is too much. Normally, this is not, right? So I'm just staying watching it. So the way that I trade, and that's the way that I've been trading for a long time now, is if my setup is there, I'll take it. If it's not there, I don't worry. Right? I don't worry about it. Right? So, and since I've been doing that, there has been, as you can see, this is a called it's a journal. Yeah, it's a journal calendar. So you journal your trades here. You can see the trades that I've been taking, right? Yeah. So you can see the profit and you can see the losses there, right? So there can be profit, there also can be, and also be losses too. So that's normal in trading. But if you're able to control your risk, if you can lose small and win more, you will make more. You will make good in trading. That's just what it is, right? So that's just I'm just showing you this for you to know, right? So, but you, as long as you go on, you begin to know these things, right? So, and the reason is because if you see, it's not doing what I want to do, it's what I want to see.
Yeah.
If it was doing what I want to see, then I'll say, okay, maybe I can go in, or maybe I cannot go in. But it's not doing that, right? And because it's not doing that, I don't want to force a trade.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I force a trade, it means I'm breaking my rule.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I lose, because I'm breaking my rule, I'm more likely to lose.
More likely to lose.
You see, so you have to be that cautious. Right? So you have to be that cautious. So I'm just thinking here. That may not even happen, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just looking at my setup and trying to see what's going on here. What is this one? This is just the way that I look at the markets, right? So this is my style of trading.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to measure what's going on here, see how much it could go. All right, so this So you can see, you can see even though you have no experience so far, but you can see what I'm talking about. So right now you can see, so this is market opened up here, and you can see there's no clear direction.
Yeah.
But look at on Thursday, you see,
Yeah.
you see how it went down straight. So you see the difference between that and this one,
Yeah.
right? So you're not sure where you
Keeps
want to
going
go.
up and down.
Yeah, so that's why I say you have to be careful, because assuming I went long on this here, so assuming I went long here.
Yeah.
Okay, if it goes up, that's good. I mean, if it goes up, it might get up to here, this point.
Yeah.
In which case, I make it for $8. Okay, but if I go long, if I go long here and it starts to go down, if it starts to go down, what does it mean? If I go long and it starts to go down, it means I'm going to lose $20 right away, right? So it's a big risk. Well, I mean, $20. Well, this my account. If the market goes up by 1 point, I make $1. That's just the way that I set it, right? Yeah, that's just the leverage that I have, right? But some market, for example, gold, for example, depending on what you trade. So if it goes up 1 point, it may be worth $5. So assuming if it goes up 20 points,
Yeah.
that's like 5 times 20. That's all 100, right? So you have to be very, you have to be so. But my own is I know my risk. I know what it is, and then I know how I can manage the risk, right? So again, all these things is just to say that risk management is, you see, is always showing up now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm liking this trade now. Why? Because I can begin to see what's going on now. So I wasn't comfortable trying to go short. I wasn't really comfortable because if you look at it, if you look at the daily chart, you see that, like the whole the candle has already made its whole day's move. So yeah, I wasn't comfortable with going short, but we're going long now. I think to me, I think it's worth it. To me, right now, I think it's worth it. But I'm not liking this price action. Look at what it's doing. I'm not really liking it, right? So I'm not liking the price action. But I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. I want to see this candle close. So if this candle closes green, that's what I want to see, right? So I want to see that, and then I can be able to start going long. But again, I have to be very cautious with my position sizing here, because today is not. In fact, today is not a day you want to be trading, because the market is just going up and down, right? So it's not a good day to be trading, honestly. Okay. All right. So Stephen, does any of this thing that I said make sense to you?
Yeah, everything is clear.
So, as you go on, you will begin to see all these things. Do you have any questions so far?
No, nothing for today.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is, because one of the ways to learn, especially with trading, is by doing it, right? So if you start doing it, you will begin to learn, right? So I don't know. So I don't know what's the best way forward. What I'm thinking is, you already have experience, right? So what we could do is, so there are two things you could do. It's either if you want to, you can fund an account and start trying, right? Just trying gradually, right? Or you can play with a demo account. You know what a demo account is.
Yeah, no.
So it's up to you. If you want, you can try like a small account. Maybe you can put like maybe $100 in there, or maybe $150 or $200 in there. Just play with it, or you can open up a demo account. The issue with demo account is, if you open a demo account, because your money is not there, you're there's no skin in the game, right? You don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
I know, right? So, but if you have your real money in there,
That's true.
then you begin to take it seriously, right? Even if you get a loss, it's still sort of a tuition, right?
That's true.
So I think you should do that. I think you should open an account. I can send you the link to this one, so you can use that, like this PU Prime. You can do that. But meanwhile, I'm also gonna send you, or maybe even on your own, what you need to do is on your own. I just need you to do this on your own. Go and go to YouTube and watch day trading for beginners. Watch about one or two videos, right? Watch about one or two videos about day trading for beginners. Things you need to know, right? Just watch those things so that when you we meet back here on Thursday, same time Thursday. So when you come back on Thursday, we'll talk about those things you've watched on YouTube, right? We'll discuss all those things, and hopefully by Thursday you'll see the way that I trade, right? And after we go those things, I will see where where you need more information or where you need more education, and after that, what we're gonna do is then after that you can now open an account, and you can maybe starting from next week when I trade, you can see what I'm doing, and then you can join me in trading, right? So that's the privilege that I'm going to give to you, right? So you can trade alongside me, right? And you can see what I'm doing, and I can tell you the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, right? That way you begin to learn, but also trading with a small account, at least if you begin to make profits from it, those profits you can withdraw right away, right? It incentivizes you to like it motivates you to trade more, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So but most of the efforts right now that you're gonna put right now is, and it all depends. Like listen, like you see trading, it all depends on how serious you are, right? So some people have some people it took them 5 years to become a day trader, to become profitable in day trading. Some people it took them about 2 years. Some people 3 years. Some people, I've seen one guy say that he's been trading for 10 years and he hasn't made any money for trading, and he quit. No, that's true, right? Yeah. But what I can tell you is this: like I said, not everybody can be a doctor, right? But anybody can be a doctor with the right training and guidance. Same thing with trading. Not everybody can be a trader, but if you are serious about it, if you put in the right training, if you have the right training, you put in the right, you put in the work, yeah, you make money from trading. Yeah, there's a lot of money from trading. You make money from trading, right? But you have to put in the work, right? So this is just an assignment I'm gonna give to you, right? So go and watch 2 or 3 videos. So out of those 2 or 3 videos that you watch, send me one. Tell me one that you think is the best. We'll talk about that.
On Thursday.
Yeah. So on Thursday, we meet on Thursday. We'll talk about it on Thursday. So from next week, you now fund an account from next week. I'll guide you how you can fund an account, how you can set this up like I did my own, and we can start trading from there.
Okay.
Right. So just go and do that, and then come back Thursday.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll save it there. All right. That was Stephen Leave with me here, an aspiring day trader. So I'm not still honestly, this market is not looking good. It's not looking good. But what I can say here now is this. What I can say now is this. I'm thinking though. I'm thinking it might make sense to go long. Well, whereas the risk would be down over here. That's the stop loss. That's where the stop loss would be. Yeah, we'll watch this and see what happens there. Yeah. Oh, does it even look bearish? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, but I'm not liking this. Yeah, I'm not liking today. Today is not. There might be an opportunity down in the afternoon, maybe at noontime. There might be, but right now there's nothing. There's just way too much risk on the trade like today, so there's really nothing. Right? Yeah, it's messed up. It's really messed up. Yeah, it's really messed up. It is really messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. actually be. Cause actually, it's looking like it's gonna be a red day. Really, I mean, it's a red day. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a red day. But if this starts going up, that is a huge stop. It's a huge stop. It's a massive stop. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I don't like that. That's I don't like that. Like I mean, I feel like yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, you can't even. Yeah, yeah. It's really hard to really get into any trade here. Honestly, it is very hard. Um, well, this clearly looks like a red day. It clearly does look like that a red day. Oh, it is a red day indeed. But 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 the volatility in this trade is crazy. I mean, it is wide. Like the stop loss is just the length of the stop loss is just crazy, right? So this is it's pure weakness. It is pure weakness. I think it is pure weakness. Yeah, it is pure weakness. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know. I mean, like I don't like the risk. That's the only thing I don't like. Is just the risk. The risk is just way. Uh, Looking at this candle here, looking at what this candle did. So this is just 150 minutes candle, and this is what it did. So that's a risk that's kind of scares me there too, right? So yeah, I think I think I think this is looking bearish. I think though I mean I'm probably not gonna trade in this small account just because the volatility is all over the place. But I probably would want to trade in my profit account. Actually, just put a profit account, so probably would trade there. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to switch now to my prop firm account because I can't. I really can't. I'm not liking. I don't want to risk the small account. I don't want to risk a play there because there's nothing here really. Uh, Maybe in the afternoon there could be something, but right now I don't see anything. Um, so I'm just gonna take this trade on my platform account. So on the 15 minutes, you probably from the 15 minutes, where is it? On the 15 minutes chart, you can see. So yeah, you can see the candle there. So you can see it's beginning to slow down. It's beginning to go down. So uh, man, this is crazy. crazy day, man. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if it's. I'm thinking, is it worth it? Like I'm risking almost 29 points. 29 points to get not even, like it's not even 1 to 1, right? Yeah, I must not trade this, right? I must not trade this today. So it's, yeah. So if I go short here, then the stop would be here. So, but that's almost 30 points stop, right? So it's not. I don't like that. I don't like 30 points in that stop. That's crazy. And like I mean, 30 points in stop, and what are you gonna get? Like, what are you gonna get? What are you gonna get in terms of profit? So like you're not even gonna get 20 points in profit. Maybe 20 points, and that's just about it. Or 23 points, right? So it's not even 1 to 1. Yeah. So it's going down, sure, but yeah, this is not. Oh my God, I don't like it. I don't like that risk. Okay. So it's gonna be one of those days. Just watch it. Wait and watch. That's all. That's what it is. That's what it is. So go short here. Put a stop here. That's over 30 points. But no, it's yeah. I'm not gonna be doing that. So I'm just gonna wait. Uh, so there's no trade for me here today. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna wait. It's what it is. So there's no trade for me here today. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I have to wait. Yeah, it's possible this could even bounce here too. It's quite possible that it could bounce. Man, look at this. Is not even. It does not. It doesn't look tradable, man. It's just crazy. Yeah, and it's just beginning. It looks like it's gonna bounce. Yeah, I'm not gonna go long either too. So like doing that would be just crazy. Could probably go down more. So all right. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. There's nothing there. I'm not even gonna trade my prof from account. So I actually opened up a prof from account with Take Profit Trader. It's a features account. So yeah, I'll wait and see. gone on down. Nice. Nice, beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that's probably why I did not go a shot. That's why I did not take the shot. You know, like I mean, yeah, the risk is not worth it, and this is all it did, and it's non-reversing, right? So it's gonna easily hit that stop loss if I took this trade, right? But the question is, should I be going long? Uh, Actually, that would be better to go long right now because looking at it, it might hit this, it might hit here, it might even hit there, which is a good risk to reward. Whereas the risk is just right over here, right? But from the way that I trade, I don't trade like that. You know, I don't counter trade just like that. You know, I need to see more price activity before I counter trade. So at least for now, that is my rule. So yeah. All right, so we'll keep on waiting. There's no, there has been no setup here, so no trade, right? It's no setup, no trade, right? So it's just as simple as that. say that this is probably gonna be afternoon trade. I'll probably no trade today. I'm okay with that. Afternoon trade or no trade today. Totally okay with that. Absolutely okay with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, nice. I mean, I probably could probably get in here. I was to stop there. That's you know, but I don't like. So if I get in here now, the profit probably might be just around. If it even gets there, which I doubt. I could probably get here, but nonetheless, this is not setup is not good. It's not clean. Setup is not clean, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, it is a weird day. Yeah, going long that, but stopped here. Probably not bad. Uh, might probably get here. I don't think it's ever gonna get there. I don't think so. But it might get here. Yeah, I mean, to me, the risk is not worth it. The stop would be there only to make. So it's not. It's hardly 1 to 1. It's hardly 1 to 1. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I don't trade like that. That's why I'm not gonna worry about it. I really don't trade like that. Mm. Whew, man. All right, it did is get into that target that I talked about, which might get here, get over there, but I don't think it's gonna get here. I really don't think so. Um, nice. What is that? What is that? Look at this. Not heading for that. Well, I guess that's also possible too. Yeah, today is quite a messy day. Yeah. All right. So on the daily chart, it's looking more like a green day. Well, actually not. Right there, really, that's what it looks like. Um, so I don't think it was. I don't think it was. It's gonna still get down there. I really don't think that. I honestly don't think that. That's crazy. That is crazy. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. To be honest, did not expect that. So all right, it was looking more like it's looking more or less today's gonna be a green day. That's what it's more or less looking like, right? So um, yeah, it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. Um, man, yeah. All right. So I totally missed it. This trade. Totally missed it. Totally missed this trade. And honestly, again, I have no regrets. Not I'm not really interested in it. I don't like it. Right, so I don't love it. I just don't love the risk profile, and it's not a setup that I would take. You know, it's not my setup. That's what I mean, right? So sheesh, sheesh. Did not expect that. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna trade anything today. This is not. Um, yeah, there's no setup here for me today. All right. I wasn't expecting to see this. Really wasn't expecting today, but I mean, you know, that is what it is. Yeah, I didn't even think that this this uh, price would get up there, but it did get up there. I didn't think it would do that. Oof, all right. So Walmart has earnings this week on Thursday. Some other companies, DoorDash has earnings this week too. On Wednesday, Kavana on Wednesday too. Unlock devices, Occidental Petroleum on Wednesday. Interesting week ahead. If we missed today, then there's still tomorrow, right? So we can just there's gonna be another day for trade, right? So always, always be patient. Always patient. So the setup was not there. The risk was too much, so I did not want to take that trade. I will wait till to the noon period, see the setup there, but to at least 1 p.m. see the setup. And if there's a setup, yeah, we'll take it. If not, yeah. I mean, actually, this could actually be a good buy. Honestly, buy here and just wait. I'll probably, you know, even here is good. It's a good buy. Honestly, it is a good buy. Because now the trend now is to the upside. That's what it is. Not to the downside. It's to the upside. The major trend is to the upside, right? Okay, I think we're gonna end this. Have to end this streaming today. Just because the setup is not there. Just because this is not a day that I want to trade anyways. Did not see what I was looking for. So yeah, I rather stay out. But like I said, I'm still gonna be back around 2 p.m. or maybe 1 p.m. See if there's a setup there. If there is, I'll take it. But if not, all right, we're back again tomorrow. Same